Welcome back, VST here guys, S23 Tech. As promised, I'm going to continue testing the camera update I got on my S23 Ultra. Very frustrating is that a lot of the users out there didn't really get a proper changelog and people don't really know that's the camera update. So how can you tell? Well, first it's 900 megabytes, and then obviously of course it's a security patch. Download the camera assistant. Check if you have the functions to prioritize focus over speed. If you have it, then that's the latest camera update, because I was able to update a camera assistant and I didn't really get this function on the March firmware. Okay guys, in this video I'm going to test two things. First, I'm going to continue testing the super steady mode to understand how super and how steady it is, and then also I'm going to test the picture softening. Why? Because apparently Samsung also improved on those things. But I want to share a bit more information about what exactly super steady is, right? We now have almost like a perfect OIS, optical image stabilization, wider, twice wider, really insane results, like almost gimbal from the main footage. The super steady takes things up to another level, right? It uses not only the optical image stabilization, guys, but also the EIS, or the electronic image stabilization. And it combines this. Of course, in the past there has been some problems with this function, mainly because when you are using super steady, guys, the camera is using a faster shutter, which means that in low light conditions it really tries to get better detail in the brightness, and the overall image quality was really poor, specifically on the ultra wide, because the ultra wide camera, guys, has not only a smaller sensor compared to the wide camera, but also a smaller aperture, which means that it's capturing less light. Sadly, when the light is not enough, the phone processing decides to not engage with the super steady. What you're going to see in this video, guys, are three different super steady tests while driving in a car, outdoors and also indoors. And then, guys, the next part of the video is going to be about the softening of the pictures, like how well did Samsung do there, really processing noise reduction, and also not really brutally over sharpen the photos. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to come back for more, because the test will continue. When you're using the super steady, guys, and the light is enough, you can also use the main camera, which means the wide camera. Now you're gonna get this message here: more light is needed for super steady. But the moment, guys, see I find the light, I can now use it. How do we know that we're using really the main sensor? Now if I cover it with my hand, cover the main sensor with my hand, guys, see I'm not able to use it. All right, super steady and 1x. Now I'm gonna switch to the 0.6. okay, how do we know this is not fake? I'm gonna cover the ultra wide sensor, and now see, more light is needed, boom, back. More light is needed, boom, back. And now let me just show you guys the test footage. Alright guys, welcome now to the QHD 60 FPS super steady test while driving. Absolutely. And by the way, don't tell anyone, but the phone isn't mounted. No, so I'm just holding it by hand, guys. The idea really is to see what is going to happen when I'm turning the car, etc., and just trying to understand if this whole super steady thing makes sense. Now apparently Samsung said that it optimized the sharpness and also the details. The other important topic is that you're using not only the optical image stabilization OIS, but also the EIS, or electronic image stabilization. Okay, I'm gonna go right now to a speed bump, so my hand definitely is gonna shake. Let's see if the super steady mode will kind of capture this one. Okay, this movement. And now let's continue with the testing. So it's time to test the super steady, guys, and as promised, I'm fine with it. Time to test the super steady, and as promised, guys, I'm gonna give you some nice conditions, indoors, tiles, neon lights, everything. Super steady using the ultra wide camera, guys. Let me now move to the first main wide camera one more time, 0.6. Okay, just trying to pan here. Main camera again. Let's check some tiles. And now going back to the wide camera. So if the light is enough, guys, you are indeed able to use the main sensor. How do I know? I'm just gonna put a finger right now on the main sensor, and you can just see I am totally covering it, right? So it really works. And now I'm using the ultra wide. How do I know I can cover it and I can get this nice result? Right, let's test with some lights. 0.6, 1. Okay, and now let's just try a run with a super steady on the 1x, jumping on 0.6. and hoping my phone is not gonna fall. It's gonna be an expensive fall. One more time, 1. And one more time, 6. Okay. And now it's time to test the softening scenarios together with the sharpness and the processing. The left picture is without any softening, the middle picture is with softening set to medium, and the right picture on your screen is with softening set to high. And you can see already there is a lot of difference, but I would not say that the picture without a softening is really over sharpened. So it really looks natural. I myself prefer the pictures to be sharper, meaning I'm not a fan of softening whatsoever. But if you want to get these tones, specifically like fur and things like this, you might as well try the medium one. Also, the softening set to high doesn't produce any blurry results, so it's natural. And I would say really that Samsung tried to improve and probably already improved this kind of processing. Please guys, test also and let me know what other tests you want to see in one of my next videos. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, VST over and bye.